I will do it. Yep. With a full introduction. I'm grateful for the sun that warms this valley, for the flowing of the water and the wind. I'm grateful for the cool of summer evenings, and for every time the morning comes again. Sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for my family that surrounds me, and the gift of all the time we have to spend. I'm grateful for my teachers and their wisdom, and my ever-growing company of friends. But sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. And I know there may be struggles yet to come. Still I have to smile. I know our time is short, but I'm glad to be part of the dance for a while. I'm grateful for the gift of sharing music, the fragrance and the sweetness of the wine. I'm grateful for the bounty at our table, and the sparkle in my lover's eyes that shine. But sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. Shabbat Shalom. And Shabbat Shalom to everybody watching online. We are glad that you have joined us for services this evening. Not only is it our family service night, but it is also Teacher Appreciation Night. So I thought that song with that line about the wisdom of our teachers was just the right thing to get us started for tonight. We are going to open up our prayers with the lighting of Shabbat candles. Kathy Kessler is going to lead us in our candle blessing this evening. Please turn to page 3.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Lai, lai, lai. atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
That's right. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Well, let's see if we have any simchas from this week. Simchas, good things that happened to you during the past week that you can relate in one sentence. Who has a simcha? Anybody have a simcha to share?
My sister, at almost 59, found her birth mother.
Oh my gosh. Joy says her sister at almost 59 found her birth mother. Wow. Other simchas from the week? It's really hard to top that. I just like, everyone else is going, no, if I didn't do anything like,
My music class finished all of our pieces of music, our music concert.
on time, I presume. What you mean? Yes, on time. They got it ready for the concert. They're ready to go. Okay. Way to go. It's a good concert. All right. It's the season, isn't it? It's the season for school concerts. Other simchas? Claire?
Bill and I had a very safe and interesting trip to Costa Rica.
Bill and Claire had a wonderful trip to Costa Rica. Well, she said interesting. Yeah. Other simchas, and did anybody share anything? Let's turn in the prayer book to page 9. Please read with me at the bottom of the page. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Page 24, and our teacher, Harry Radowski, is going to help me in leading Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Yehi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Baruchuni l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. V'melech malachei hamlakim hakadosh baruch hu. Seichem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. V'melech malachei hamlakim hakadosh baruch hu. And on page page 26, I'd like to invite up all of our religious schools, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders to lead us in Chatzi Kaddish.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamivorach. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach leolam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. You may be seated.
One moment. The Ma'ariv Aravim prayer is a prayer about the world around us and being aware of our place in the world. This is a poem about interconnectedness. It's by Rich Orloff, and it's called A Prayer Under a Tree. I lay under a tree the other day, a big tree, and I looked at a single leaf. I imagined I was the leaf. And I imagined the leaf saying, I'm not like the leaves on those branches far from me. I am my own leaf. Then I looked at the whole tree and the thousands of leaves on the tree. And I looked at myself again and thought, forgive me for the sin of believing in the illusion of independence. Forgive me for pretending I'm not attached to something larger than just me. Forgive me for confusing uniqueness with separation. Forgive me for resenting all the reminders I can't do this by myself. Bless my tree, even if I can't control it. Thank you for the majesty of its branches and the strength of its roots and the good fortune that I was born as part of something so beautiful. On page 34, Lily Weinberg is going to lead us in Shema. Come on up, Lily. What's that? What did I say? Wine? Oh, I said, oops, Finkelstein. Lily, come on up. It's Lily. I got that part right. Come on up. That's for you. Okay. Let me get that out of your way. That way you can put that in. Are you ready? Go ahead. You get us started.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vayed.
Page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom ha'levavecha. V'shivtecha b'veitecha, uv'lechtecha v'derech, uv'shoktecha uv'kumecha, u'kshartam leod al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uv'isharecha, leman tizkeru, Va'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'item kedoshim, Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem, me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Amen. Page 39. Let's read together. Oh, Martha. Thank you. Martha Tchaikovsky is going to lead us. I'm like
That's
off
okay.
off
No
my métier
problem.
here.
Okay.
Thank
Are we reading together?
You read. You read.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, and that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there, except by joining hands, marching together.
Thank you, Martha. I'd like to do one of the creative versions, creative settings for Micha Mocha this evening. If you turn to page 123, at the bottom of the page, this is out of the morning service, you'll find an alternative version, a poem based on the theme of Micha Mocha. Page 123. What is my lifespan? I'm like a man gone out of Egypt. The Red Sea parts, I cross on dry land. 2 walls of water on my right and on my left hand. Pharaoh's army, his horsemen behind me. Before me the desert, perhaps the promised land too. That is my life span. Whoa, what is my lifespan? I'm like a man gone out of Egypt. The Red Sea parts, I cross on dry land. 2 walls of water on my right and on my left hand. Pharaoh's army, his horsemen behind me. Before me the desert, perhaps the promised land too. That is my life span. Page 43. Page 43. Betsy Key's going to lead us in our next prayer.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukkot shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, amo Yisrael v'Yerushalayim.
Please turn to page 46. Ellie Danon is going to lead us in our next prayers, and we rise for the Amidah. Mechaye hakolata rav lehoshia morid hatal Mechal kechayim bechesed Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim Somech noflim v'rofech cholim Umatir asurim Umekayem elunato Lishene Afar, Micha Mocha Bal Givurot, Umito Melach, Melech Memihit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, B'nei Talachayot HaKol, Baruch Ata Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol, Ata Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, Ukadoshim B'Chol Yom, Hallelujah Selah, Baruch Ata Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Page 59, you may be seated. Let's read together. Page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch Ata Adonai, Hatov Shimcha, U'Lecha Na'eh Lahodot. Page 60. Shalom Raham Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Raham Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech hador lechol hashalom. Ki ata At this time in our worship, we ask for healing for members of our congregation and their loved ones who are ill. If you are praying for healing of body or healing of spirit for a loved one, I invite you to share that person's name with our congregation. Those who are watching online, if you have a name to share of someone for whom you are praying, please enter that into the chat. And those here in the sanctuary, please share those names out loud as my eyes pass yours. Grace Carper. To those whose names we have said out loud, we add those whom we hold in our hearts. We say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, God, the source of healing. And let us say, Amen. You can find words for silent prayer on pages 62 and 63. Harry, come on. Let's sing with Harry first. Oh, say shalom. Shalom bimroman, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimroman, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimroman, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Say shalom bimroman, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimroman, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimroman, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Let's do it again. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol It's so much fun to play together. Oh my God. It's Teacher Appreciation Night, and I'm going to turn this over to Director of Education Judith Radowski to say words about our wonderful religious school teachers and madrichim.
Shabbat Shalom. We are really, really blessed with the teachers and the madrachim we have at Beth Emek. I was asked this year to keep the madrachim staff short, and these, I have to tell you, they did more than ever before, and they rose to the occasion. We can't do this again, but they really rose to the occasion, and I so appreciate what they've done and our teaching. But here's a few words. In Judaism, behind me in our ark is our sacred book, sacred scrolls, the Torah. The word Torah means teaching. We have a Rav, a rabbi, and the word Rav also comes from that same word, teaching. Teaching in Judaism is a cherished art. Now, it's our teachers who give us that art. The teachers, our literatures and our heritage and our rabbinic writing is so much what's established. The teachers are important, but I'm glad they did. I'm glad they spoke up for themselves in their writings that have come down to us in Jewish wisdom to follow, because teaching is a sacred art. Both our teens, our madrachim, our teachers, our staff, our teachers, our parents are teachers in their own way, and our students are teachers. And I'll explain as I say a few words. It says in our Mishnah, Rabbi Milter starts every single bar mitzvah Torah passing with the very first words from Pirkei Avot, our wisdom book. And the book introduces the rabbis, not who their wives were, not who their children were, not about their wealth or their money, but by a teaching that they have. And as it goes through each of the teachings, we learn about the rabbis through their wisdom. And it says, Yehoshua ben Parcha Omer, Joshua ben Parcha used to say, appoint yourself a teacher. Acquire yourself a friend. Judge all men in favor when the scales is weighed. I'll go over the last one really briefly. He's saying that when in doubt, if you aren't sure if someone did something mean or not, assume it wasn't. Someone did something wrong and you don't know for sure, assume it was that there's more you don't know about it. But he also says, acquire for yourself, or a selacha, Rav. People argue over what a selacha is. What does it mean? To make yourself, get for yourself, buy for yourself, a Rav, a teacher. But I know what it means. It means to open yourselves up to those around you in their teachings. And I am so blessed because I don't just have one. I have acquired for myself, not personally, any ownership for that sense, a whole staff of Beth Amic teachers who I work with and who I get to learn from. I learn when I walk in their classrooms and I see them answering student questions. I learn when I hear the wisdom that they've inspired their children to bring up and ideas they've thought. I learn from my teachers when they share with me observations and things they've learned, what they've seen about their students, what they've seen about Beth Amic, ways we could do programs better. They are all my teacher. In this room, every single one of them. From Betsy Kay, who's no longer on our staff, but from when she did for years and years. From my Hebrew staff, from Rosh Sharon, from Rosh Simon, from Rosh Harry, from Rosh Sahala, who can't be with us personally, but dedicated an entire year of teaching to our students, among everything else on her list. I learn a lot. I learn insights into the prayers. From my Judaic studies staff, from starting in kindergarten with Mara Cheryl, and then in first grade from Mara Anna, and then in second grade from Mara Joy, and third grade from Mara Robin, and in fourth grade from Mara Janessa. It's a different kind of wisdom, because some people have wisdom of age, and others have wisdom of youth. In fifth grade from Mara Ilan, in sixth grade from Mara Diana, and in seventh grade from Mara Matt. And I've learned so much. Sometimes people say, you know so much. It's because I work with a bunch of people, and I learn from each and every one of them. And it's a blessing. We are truly blessed. And on the behalf of Beth Amic, I want to say to you, and stand up for a minute. If you're a teacher here in the room in person, you can stand for a moment. You're going to be coming up anyway in a second. I want to say Todah Rabbah. And I want everyone in the room to say it. You all know it. Let's all say Todah Rabbah. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for the time you give to Beth Amic. We don't take it lightly. We know how much else you have going on in your life. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for the commitment to our children. You are in that line of heritage. You are taking that Torah that we got from Sinai, and you are the ones passing it on to the next generation. Helping the parents do their job, because it's the parents' job to pass it on to the kids, but you are their tool, you are their helper, you are their partner, and you deserve a really big Todah. Thank you on my behalf for everything you do and support me with. Thank you from Beth Amic, and thank you from the whole community. ready.
Okay,
Do I get to sit down or I have to stand up?
you can sit.
I can sit.
This Sunday will be my last Sunday teaching second grade at Beth Hemick. It's been 5 years since I started, and now my first class is in 7th grade and becoming B'nai Mitzvah. These kids who were squirrely and wild are now so mature. I've already seen 2 become bar mitzvah, and they were incredibly well prepared, so grown up, so adept at the task of leading. They give me so much hope for the future. I've learned so much in these 5 years teaching Jewish values to second graders. From teaching, I've learned the meaning of many of these values, moving from values I understood like mitzvah, tzedakah, and sidur, to haderech eretz, or derech ha'eretz, I don't remember which one it is, teva and zmirot, the values of showing respect for all people, loving nature, and the power of song. Teaching these values has made them more deeply central to my life, and I can only feel that that is good for the Jews. Thank you, Judith, for seeing in me something I didn't. Thank you for always being present to help me find my way when I was filled with anxiety and lacking any confidence. Thank you for always helping me plan a project connected to the values I was teaching, to finding the right book to read to the class. Thank you for your patience with me and for sharing your enthusiasm for this work with me and your whole staff. And mostly, thank you for being my teacher. And thank you to my students for your honesty about how you're feeling from week to week. Thank you for the beautiful art you made reflecting your gorgeous minds. Thank you for thinking about and discussing Jewish values with me and suggesting possibilities I'd never considered. Your wisdom never failed to surprise me every single Sunday, and I love you all.
I want to express my own gratitude. I'm not going to repeat what's already been said. I thank all of you, our teachers, our madrachim, everybody who puts their heart and soul into our religious school, and most of all to Judith Radowski, who is not only a great leader for our team, our staff, but she is also a fabulous partner and somebody who works so well, like hand in glove together. I am so fortunate to have Judith as my partner here. I'd like to invite all of our teachers and madrachim to come forward and stand with me up here in front of the congregation, please. Come on, get close, get close. There we go. Abraham Joshua Heschel wrote, "Everything depends on the person who stands in front of the classroom. The teacher is not an automatic fountain from which intellectual beverages may be obtained. To guide a pupil into the promised land, the teacher must have been there, him or herself. What we need more than anything else is not textbooks, but text people. It is the personality of the teacher, which is the text that pupils read, the text that they will never forget." This is that quote that Judith read to us. Make for yourself a teacher, and acquire for yourself a friend, and give all individuals the benefit of the doubt. This has been your passion, to stand before a generation of our people, to reach out to each child with tenderness and understanding, and to be yourself Torah. Rabbi Elazar ben Shamua would say, "Let the honor of your student be as dear to you as your own. Let the respect due to your teacher be equivalent to the reverence due to heaven." Our tradition links our respect and gratitude to teachers with our thanks to God. It calls us to recite this prayer, Kaddish de Rabbanan, in your honor. And in fact, rather than read it to you, I'm going to sing it. So I invite you to come back and have a seat. You could join me in singing along. You can find the words to Kaddish de Rabbanan on page 91 of the prayer book. For our teachers and their students and the students of the students, we ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. And for those who study Torah here and everywhere, may they be blessed with all they need, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. Let's hear our announcements. Lots of stuff coming up very soon. Congregation Beth Emek, Ann Danon, who is our school committee chair, has the announcements this evening.
Lots of good things coming up this coming weeks. First, thank you, Rabbi Milder, for leading us in this very beautiful service. Thank you, Kathy Kessler and Betsy Key, for hosting the Oneg tonight. Thank you to Donna Durego for doing the tech bench, and Caitlin Silberman. Thank you very much. And also a big thank you to Rick Altman, who prepared a lovely video that I invite you all to look at and watch during Oneg. It's a nice tribute to our teachers from all of our students. We have Shavuot service coming up on Thursday. Join us with Temple Beth Torah in a service as well as a potluck Oneg following. Take a look at the sign up if you can, bring something. We also have the annual membership meeting coming up on Tuesday, May 30th. If you plan to participate in person, there will be dinner. And if you want to participate in Zoom, you're welcome to, but you're on your own for dinner. Oakland A's Jewish Heritage Night is coming up June 27th. You can come out and watch the Oakland A's beat the Yankees at Ring Central Coliseum. All this and more on our website.
Thank you, Rhiannon. I got a little sneak preview of that video that Rick put together of all the videos that you made, all the students, the videos you sent in. It's worth watching. Okay, so it's going to be in here, is that right? We're going to show it in here during Oneg. You'll move it in there. Okay. We are in the period of the Omer. About Shavuot, which is, right, we count the Omer up to Shavuot, which is this Thursday night. And it's this year, it's a first for us. It's actually 3 congregations gathering together for Shavuot. Congregation Beth Emek, Temple Beth Torah, and Congregation Shir Ami in Castro Valley will be joining us as well. So we're thrilled to invite Shir Ami to come together with us in a tradition that Beth Emek and TBT have been doing together for years. And the blessing for the counting of the Omer is on page 278. Let's read the blessing together in the middle of the page. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitchanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Hayom arba'a v'arba'im yom, shehem shisha shavuot u'shnei yamim la'omer. Today is the 44th day of the Omer, which equals 6 weeks and 2 days. We continue now with the English setting for Aleinu on page 283. Please rise.
Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto the one who spread out the heavens and established the earth. Is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God. There is none else. Lifnei melech malchei hamlakim hakadosh baruch hu.
You may be seated. Page 285, please read with me. Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Al keineka velecha, al keineka velecha, al keineka velecha, Adonai Eloheinu, al keineka velecha, al keineka velecha, al keineka velecha, Adonai Eloheinu. Lirot mehera b'tiferet tuzecha, litaken olam. Lirot mehera b'tiferet tuzecha, b'malchut Shaddai. Shaddai dai dai dai, dai 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 dai, dai 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 dai, dai dai dai. Shaddai dai dai dai, dai 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 dai, dai 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 dai, dai dai dai. Al keineka velecha, al keineka velecha, al keineka velecha, Adonai Eloheinu, al keineka velecha, keineka velecha, al keineka velecha, Adonai Eloheinu. Lirot mehera b'tiferet tuzecha,
לתקן עולם, לראות מהרה בתפארת עוזך, במלכות שדי, שדי די די די, די 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 די, די 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 די, שדי די די די, די 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 די, די 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 די.
Judaism teaches us the sacred duty of memory. On this Shabbat, we remember those whose yahrzeit occurred during the past week. I invite those who are observing yahrzeit for the following to rise as I recite their names: Herman Davis, Doris Fine, Hannah Fischerung, Hanoch Jakubowitz, Andrew Kessler, James Key, Rena Leipziger, Jay Cohen-Loeb, Ralph Munowich, Hillel Silverstein, Werner Weinstein, Vincent Williams. And I invite all those who are observing the first year of mourning to rise at this time. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be a blessing. We rise as one congregation, united by memory and compassion, to praise God's name. Mourner's Kaddish may be found on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei d'kudisha b'riachu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Let us say together, amen. You may be seated. Following our closing song, please join us in the social hall for Kiddush and Motzi. Pick up a cup of wine or grape juice. The red cups are wine, the white cups are grape juice. Hang on to them while we recite the blessings. Closing song, page 321, Adon Olam.
Adon Olam Asher Malach.
All right, better claps. Better claps. Come on. Here we go. I don't know.
The eight outside.
Do it again.
I don't know. The eight outside.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Asav V'Etz Kol Asai Malech Asai Malech Asai Malech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Asav V'Etz Kol Asai Malech Shemonik, Asai Malech Shemonik, Asai Malech Shemonik. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everybody online. Shabbat Shalom. It's fun playing together. Will you introduce me to all the family?